when my wife Sarah told me she was going on a week-long trip with her best friend Laura, I didn't think much of it. They had been close since college, and Laura's husband Mark was someone I'd met a few times. We weren't friends, but we were cordial. Sarah said it was just a girl's getaway to unwind from work. I trusted her completely, so I didn't question it. The week passed. Slowly. I missed her, but we talked every night over video calls. Seemed happy, relaxed, and often mentioned how Laura was helping her let loose. Noticed she didn't talk much about what they were actually doing, but I didn't. When she came home, she seemed unusually quiet and avoided eye contact. I chalked it up to post-vacation fatigue. A month later, Sarah sat me down and told me she was pregnant. Had been trying for a baby for a while. So at first I was overjoyed, but then she didn't smile. Her hands trembled and her eyes filled with tears. That's when I knew something was wrong. I asked if she was okay, and she whispered, "It's not yours." I felt the floor vanish beneath me. My ears rang and my chest tightened. I couldn't even form words at first. When I finally managed to speak, I asked her whose baby it was. Her voice cracked as she admitted, "Mark's, Laura's husband." I just sat there in shock, unable to believe the betrayal I was hearing. She explained that during the trip, Laura had to leave for 2 days for a family emergency, and Mark showed up to keep Sarah company. Drank too much and things just happened. I was sick to my stomach listening to her excuse. She claimed she hated herself for it and that it was a one-time mistake, but that didn't change the fact that she had slept with her best friend's husband and gotten pregnant. The worst part was imagining Laura's face when she found out. Sarah, if she had told her yet, and she said no. She didn't know how. She was terrified Laura would end there. Friendship and Mark's marriage would collapse. In my mind I thought they deserved to know the truth. I couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Sarah and Mark together. I thought about all the nights I trusted her, all the moments I believed she was faithful. Thought about the future we had planned, the child we both wanted, and how she had taken that dream and smashed it. The next day, I contacted Laura myself. Was confused when I called, but I told her she needed to hear something important. When I explained, she went completely silent. Then she asked in a trembling voice, "Are you sure?" Her Sarah had confessed everything to. Laura started sobbing and I could hear her yelling at Mark in the background before the line went dead. When Sarah found out I had told Laura, her face froze. She looked at me with a mix of shock, fear, and anger. "How could you do that?" she demanded. Laughed bitterly and told her, "How could you do what you did to me?" Didn't have an answer. In the days that followed, the fallout was brutal. Kicked Mark out of their house. Me messages thanking me for telling her, but also saying she was devastated. Tried to call me, probably to explain or apologize, but I blocked him immediately. Sarah cried every day, begging me to forgive her and raise the child together. I couldn't. Looked at her, I saw betrayal. The baby would be a living reminder of the night she destroyed everything we had. Told her I wanted a divorce. She accused me of abandoning her in her darkest moment. But I reminded her that she had abandoned us first. A month later, moved out. I left her the house because I didn't want anything that had her fingerprints on it. Laura and I stayed in touch for a while, but eventually our conversations faded. We were both just trying to heal from wounds neither of us asked for. Sometimes I still think about how quickly trust can be shattered. Trip, one night, one choice, and the life I thought I had was gone. Sarah made her bed with Mark, and now she has to lie in it alone. I may have lost it, marriage, but I kept my self-respect, and that's something she can never take. But